Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night wondering, is my Social Security payment going to be there in the morning? You are not alone. For millions of Americans living on a fixed income, that monthly deposit is not just a number on a screen. It is grocery money. It is medication. It is the mortgage, the rent, the utility bill. And when there is even a little confusion about when that money will arrive, it can cause very real stress. Lately, there has been growing concern about Social Security payment dates and so-called overnight deposits. Some people wake up and see their money right away. Others check their account and do not see anything yet. That difference has led many to believe something is wrong. In most cases, nothing is wrong at all. Let's calmly walk through how this system really works so you know exactly what to expect. First, it is important to understand what overnight deposit actually means. Social Security payments are sent electronically through the federal banking system. When the Social Security Administration releases your payment, it moves through the Federal Reserve's processing system during the evening hours. Your bank receives the funds overnight and posts them to your account early the next morning. That is why many people wake up and see their benefit already sitting there. However, not everyone is paid on the same date. And this is where most of the confusion begins. Your payment date depends on three main factors: when you first started receiving benefits, what type of benefit you receive, and your birth date. If you began receiving Social Security before May of 1997, your schedule is simple. Your payment arrives on the 3rd of every month. It does not matter what day of the week you were born, the 3rd is your day. If the 3rd falls on a weekend or a federal holiday, the payment is moved to the business day before. So you are never left waiting through a weekend. That group has one of the most predictable schedules. Now, if you started receiving benefits after May of 1997, your payment date is tied to your birthday. Here is how it works. If you were born between the 1st and the 10th of the month, your payment arrives on the 2nd Wednesday of each month. If your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th, you are paid on the 3rd Wednesday. If you were born between the 21st and the 31st, your payment comes on the 4th Wednesday. Those payments are processed the evening before. So technically, the money is moving through the system Tuesday night for a Wednesday payment. That is why it often appears in your account early Wednesday morning. Now, here is something many people do not realize. Banks do not all post deposits at the exact same time. Some banks show the deposit at midnight. Others may not update accounts until 3:00, 6:00, or even later in the morning. That does not mean your payment is missing. It simply means your bank has its own posting schedule. If you check your account at 5 a.m. and do not see your deposit yet, try again later in the morning. In most cases, it will appear once your bank completes its overnight processing. There is another group we should talk about, and that is Supplemental Security Income, also known as SSI. SSI payments are sent on the 1st of every month. If the first falls on a weekend or holiday, the payment is sent on the last business day before that. SSI follows a different schedule because it is a needs-based program, separate from retirement and disability benefits. Some individuals receive both SSI and Social Security benefits. In that case, you may see 2 different deposits each month on 2 different dates. That is normal. It does not automatically mean there has been an error. Holidays can also cause confusion. When a payment date lands on a federal holiday, Social Security sends the payment early. For example, if your regular Wednesday payment falls on a federal holiday, the funds are typically issued on the business day before. The overnight process still applies, meaning the deposit often appears the next morning, even if banks are closed for regular business hours. Now let's talk about paper checks. If you are still receiving a paper check in the mail, the overnight deposit system does not apply to you. Paper checks are mailed in advance, but delivery depends on postal service timing. Weather, holidays, or mail delays can slow things down. That is one reason officials continue encouraging direct deposit. Direct deposit is generally faster, more secure, and more predictable. There is no risk of mail delay or lost checks. Your payment goes straight into your account electronically. Another very important point is keeping your banking information current. If you change banks or close an account, you must update your information with Social Security right away. If a payment is sent to a closed account, it can be rejected and returned. That can delay your money while the issue is corrected. Updating your information early can prevent weeks of frustration. Now, what should you do if your payment does not show up? First, confirm your official payment date. Check the Social Security payment calendar to make sure you are looking at the correct schedule for your birth date or benefit type. If your payment date has not arrived yet, there is no need to worry. If it is your scheduled day and you do not see the deposit first thing in the morning, give your bank some time. Many deposits post later in the day. If several business days pass after your official payment date and the money is still not there, that is when you should contact Social Security to ask about your specific case. The truth is, most Social Security payments arrive exactly as scheduled. The system processes billions of dollars each month, and the vast majority of deposits move smoothly through the federal banking system. But when you live on a fixed income, even a small delay feels big. That anxiety is completely understandable. The best way to reduce that stress is to know your schedule. Mark your payment date on your calendar. Set a reminder if that helps. Understand whether you are on the 3rd of the month schedule, the Wednesday birthday schedule, or the 1st of the month SSI schedule. Once you know your group, you can plan your month with more confidence. Social Security overnight deposits are not random. They follow a clear structure. They are processed electronically, and in most cases, they appear right on time. So if you are lying awake wondering whether your payment will be there in the morning, take a deep breath. Know your date, trust the schedule, and remember, in the vast majority of cases, when you wake up on your assigned payment day, your benefit will be right where it is supposed to be.